Welcome back to another podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Shaw Mori, and I'm joined by James. I messed up the name.
No,
How do I say the last name? My bad, bro.
Ciesluk.
Ciesluk. All right, bet. James Ciesluk. I'm not even going to stop this and start it again. We're on the mic. James, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, man, what's going on? So what's going on, guys? My name is James Ciesluk. Last name is a bit Polish, so it's hard to pronounce, hard to spell. But I am 19 years old. I am on the East Coast, grew up in Massachusetts. Right now I'm currently residing in Rhode Island. Dreams to get to Cali. That's what we're working for. I do want to stay with the family just for a little bit longer, just to spend some time with them, go on a few vacations with them, and kind of enjoy time with my mom and stuff. She's getting a little bit older, so I want to do that before I go. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. And yeah.
Perfect, bro. If you want to go ahead and just shout out your Instagram just so people can go and follow you. I'll have it in the podcast details as well if you guys want to go check that out.
Word, yeah. So I appreciate that. At Ecom James, if you guys want to follow. I just post stuff about drop shipping and stuff like that. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Yeah.
Perfect, bro. So I guess we kind of just got to know each other from the group chat, right? The Telegram group chat.
Yeah. So me and my boy Chris, Cashway Chris at Cashway Chris on Instagram. He's the boy. Me and him have been doing ecom together for a little bit. We help each other out, just like give each other advice. We've scaled each other's stores with each other's credit cards and kind of just help each other out like that way. And we're just really good friends. We linked up a couple times because he's actually close by. He's actually like a 45-minute ride from me. He lives in Massachusetts. So he's a really cool kid. And we decided to make that group chat together. And that's where we kind of met.
Yeah, man. Perfect. Okay, so as the beginning of every podcast, we're just basically going to go into his story and just kind of explain, I don't know what you did first to start making money. Maybe you sold Pokemon cards. I don't know. Yeah. But just start off with that, bro, and then just take it. And then I'll kind of just intervene and ask questions throughout that. And yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, man.
So if we want to go way back to the get-go and the start, I was kind of like a computer nerd. I'll take you back to when I was 12 years old. I was kind of like this computer nerd, wanted to get into YouTube and Twitch and streaming. And that was a really big thing at the time. Obviously it's exploded. It's gone really big now. That's what everybody wants to be, a YouTuber. But at the time it was still kind of new. And there was a lot of trial and stuff going on, monetization was still crazy. People were making a shit ton of money on YouTube and the game was totally different than it is now. But at that time, Twitch was kind of semi-new and I hopped on Twitch and I was 12 years old and I was just getting into streaming and stuff like that. I had no clue what I was doing and I was just doing it for fun, the pure entertainment of doing streaming. I had no idea how to monetize it or even make money. And I was streaming 8 hours a day. And for a week, I was doing pretty well. I was getting 30 viewers and growing kind of consistently. And then one of these days, this guy hopped on my stream that was really good at Twitch. And he kind of showed me the ropes and took me under his wing. And I got really good at Twitch and started adding banners and overlays. And he hooked me up with a donation link and stuff like that. And I started to monetize my streaming. And as that happened, the next following week I got rated by a streamer that was really popular, and that's where someone will shout you out and tell them to go to your stream for anyone that didn't know. And so I got rated, and so then I had a shit ton of viewers, and so I had 300 viewers, and that was so new to me at the time. I had 30 consistently, which 30 had blown my mind because I had gone from 3 viewers to 10 to 30, and I was just seeing consistent growth, and that was just amazing for me. And then I was okay, 300 viewers. I was just as a 12-year-old, so cringy. I was oh my God, welcome guys, just freaking out. And I was just so thankful. And that blew me up. From there, those 300 viewers, a lot of them stayed and followed me. And the next week I had gone from 1,000 followers to 13,000 followers on Twitch. And that had
that's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. It was so awesome for me. And from there I was making a decent amount of money, a couple $100 a month, and nothing crazy, but something that was decent for a 12-year-old. And then what sucked was I was doing all this on a laptop that wasn't really efficient. And I come from I wouldn't say a poor, like dirt poor family, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not rich by any means, you know. I have nothing handed to me. My family, like my mom was a single mom for most of her life. You know, we struggled financially for the most part, but I'm definitely, you know, lower middle class, definitely in between there. And so we just didn't have the money for a better computer, and my computer had crashed and shit the bed. And so pretty much I was not able to stream for a little bit. And with streaming, you know, when you're so used to going on a schedule every single day and they're expecting you, you know, like you lose your viewership. So for a while I had no computer, and I had begged my, you know, parents, you know, for a PC, like, please mom, please. And, you know, $1,300 for a gaming computer is like, you know, yeah, it's a lot of money, you know, to my mom that's, you know, trying to pay the bills and stuff like that and get food on the table. So it was just not something that was going to happen. And then a few months later, she was able to, you know, get some money for me and make that happen. And then I had gone back to it, and for a while I was doing that, and then I kind of just lost track of that, and like life had happened. But that's how I got started with money, and like that's how I first started like doing my first ventures. And then I just kind of got into like the workforce. I turned like 13, 14, 15, started like working at like restaurants, washing dishes. I worked at Subway, worked at Chili's. Like I was working all over places, like Dunkin', all types of places.
Damn.
Just anything to get money, you know what I'm saying? Like hustling. I'd do landscaping, like straight up anything that you had to do just to save some money. And that's what I was doing for a little bit. Had no clue what I wanted to do. Just a high school kid that knew that I had something more planned out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I wanted to do something.
You wanted more.
Exactly, bro. I just didn't know exactly what it was going to be. But so now I kind of get into I'll step a little bit, you know, further to like.
Before you jump into ecom, I have one question.
Cool.
Okay, what game did you stream? I just want to know. That's it.
Okay, cool. So I started streaming Black Ops 2.
Got it.
Black Ops 2 was my fucking shit, dude. I played the shit out of that game. And when it first started, like this was like the first year it dropped, like it was popping. Like trick shot lobbies, that's what I would run up for streams. Like that week, like I was getting like 100 people, like the lobbies were filling up. I'd get crazy amount of Xbox messages. Like I'm just like thinking back on it now, like it's so funny. Like it was such a good ass time, honestly, like in my life, like just coming home from school, throwing on the stream, like, and felt good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like this momentum in my life that was building. Like I was building followers, I was getting some money, like life like felt good, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. But
that's great, bro.
And then I actually eventually transitioned into Minecraft too. So I was doing Minecraft for a little bit when I came back, and then I just stopped doing it.
Got it, man. So
so now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, get into the e-com side of things.
Perfect.
So this was about last year, not last year, about a year and a half ago. It was like 2018. I was just kind of like at the end of high school, getting closer to it. I was a senior, and like now it's like that time, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to figure out what you want to do. It's either you like,
need to know where you're going.
Exactly, bro. Like if you're not going to college, then you're either going to go to work, or you're going to go to the military, or you're going to not do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to figure out what you're going to do. It's that breaking point. Like there's no more games. So at this point I was trying to take something out, like my life serious. Like I knew that this was the time and I wasn't going to have much time. So I was just thinking of things that I wanted to do, and nothing really stuck out. I tried affiliate marketing, like in all these things and all types of ventures online, and I was doing all types of things. Like I could get into that. I'm probably skipping a lot of things that would be cool, but I tried all these business ventures that you could think of, and they just didn't work out for me. And honestly, thinking back, it's probably because like I just didn't give it enough effort. And
you didn't pursue it. Yeah,
exactly. Like same thing with drop shipping. Like there's just a lot of moving parts to every business model, and 99% of people fail for that reason. Like you just
because they give up.
Right. Exactly. There's a lot to every business model. So
100%.
That's exactly what happened. And eventually what happened was I was watching YouTube, and I was like looking up like how to get money online, like probably every typical fucking guy that's trying to make some money. And I was on YouTube, and I watched this ad, and this ad caught my eye. It was an ad by Chriso. I'm sure many people in the community that listen to this that are related to ecom know who Chriso is or was. And unfortunately, anybody that does know him, yes, rest in peace. Seriously, rest in peace though, because that man changed. No, I mean, and everybody has bad things to say. Like, some people are going to say whatever on his name, but people rest in peace to him. Everybody has opinions. That guy changed thousands.
Rest in peace, man.
Thousands of lives, man. He's the reason that I'm here till this day. He's the reason some of my friends have made, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like he's the guy. So anyways, I stumbled upon his ad, and it caught my attention. And the ad, just like most of those ads, I never watched them. I never really I didn't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like they just weren't real, but he had like this genuine, like you could do it, like I did it, you know what I'm saying? And like it gave you that sense of like, okay, I'm going to listen to this guy. And so I actually invested into his course, and that was like one of the first investments into myself that I ever made, like into a course or anything like that. And I actually invested into like a couple more courses. Like I spent like thousands of dollars in courses like by now, but
you know, a lot in courses.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, and they're useful because like they're good.
Yeah.
They have like all the
cards from each of them.
Right, right. You pick and choose what's going to help you,
and you make your own. Yeah,
exactly.
You make your own type of vibe.
Exactly, and make what works for you, because not every formula works, but you know, like sometimes things work here, you know, now, sometimes they don't work like a few months later. Like you got to, you know, adapt with what's going on constantly in this environment. You know, like e-com is constantly changing. Not to say that it's dying by any means, because it's not, but it's just constantly changing.
Yeah.
You know, and the people that are telling you like e-com's dead, like those people are just trying to probably sell you on something, and like they're really just, or they're just, you know, like they're being real to a point. Like it is not dead, but it's getting harder to get into for beginners that don't know what they're doing, because you know it's really like it's the entry to barrier is getting harder, because if you're not,
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not with like what's going on, if you don't understand it, then you need the right guidance. Exactly.
Adapt or die. Simple.
Exactly. So you know, that's how that goes. But yeah, so I got his course, and that's what got me going into e-commerce. I studied the fuck out of his course. I fell in love with e-commerce after I found Chris, and I just took notes on notes. I mean, I had a notebook that was filled out from front to back of just e-com after I watched that course. And then I started up, and I was like telling my mom like all about it, so excited. And she was like, you know, like, what's this all about? You know, kind of like how every parent is. And she wasn't so sure about it at first. And then, you know, that week I made my first store, and it didn't work or anything like that, and I was kind of bummed out. But then I made another store, and it got its first sale. And like when you get that first sale, man, it's like the dopamine fucking rush, dude, changes your life. Like I still remember the moment like that I got my first sale.
Your view on life just boom.
You know it's possible now. Like at that point, you're like, holy shit! Like this is not some shit that like you know I was. And like even if like it's only like $20, like that's whatever. Like it doesn't matter.
Shit, I made my first $20. Why can't I make 20 more million? You know what I'm talking about? It's like that.
Because if you can make $20, you can make 20 million. There's really no reason that you can't. Like if you can sell one product, you can sell 1,000 products. Like, but there's obviously levels to that. But it's very possible. Like it's very possible.
It opens your eyes to it for sure.
Yes. So I started getting involved with e-com, and for a while I was struggling, and I wasn't able to do anything, make it work. And I was like, you know, maybe this isn't going to be for me, but I kept at it because I just knew like this is what I wanted to do, and this is like calling me. Like I seen people doing really well, and I knew that like this was real just because I knew that I was getting sales, so I knew it was possible, but I knew I just needed to work harder. I wasn't doing something right to achieve the numbers that everybody else is. You know what I'm saying? Like there was something that I was missing. So as I progressed, I was learning a lot from my mistakes. Like I would fail on little stupid things, like little tweaks that I'd have to make, and I'd learn from them like very easily. Like I would start to piece the puzzle in my head, and it was like clicking like so fast, and I was like, holy shit, this makes sense. Like, okay, I'm starting to get it. Like I looked at all these acronyms like ATC, like which just stands for add to cart, like fucking CPC, cost per click. And when like you're so new to dropshipping, all those things are like, oh my god, what's all this shit? Like what are all these numbers? What are all these metrics? Like it seems like fucking rocket science. But at the end of the day, bro, if you actually just take the time and you're confused on something, watch it back over and over and over. I watched like videos 5, 6, 7 times till I got a concept. And if I didn't get a concept 5, 6, 7 times that day, I swear to God, I'd come back the next day and watch it over and over. And then eventually, bro, I don't know, just something they say or you hear it just differently, and it clicks again. It clicks. Thank you, bro. It clicks. And you get it. And you're like, oh my God, aha. You have that aha moment. And you progress that much further. You're like, okay, now that I get this, you like start to get it, and like you start watching these YouTube videos, right? And before you're watching, like skipping through, trying to, you know, watch what you want to watch, trying to like see what you get. But then you start watching them and you're like, oh wait, I get what he's saying. I know what he's talking about. And like now you're starting to learn faster because you can keep up with the videos you're watching because you're actually understanding it. And then it's like this, like, you know, snap. You just keep learning, and it's like great. So that's how e-commerce works, and that's what a lot of people don't get is like you do have to go out and fail. And like my biggest advice to someone,
trial and error, man.
Trial and error. two biggest things I can say is the first thing, which is the most important, is don't ever quit. Because if you quit, then you'll never succeed. Like, obviously, and I know that's like cliche, but like if you quit, you will never fucking succeed. And then two is literally like you have to fail. Like, and this is like, I mean, guaranteed. Like, you have to fail. I can't. If you go and have $1,000 and like you expect to make 10,000, like you have the wrong mindset. You have to go out and spend that 1,000, probably expect to lose it, honestly, if you're new into this game, because like that's just what's going to happen. You have to know that there's like a lot of things that you'll have to fail and then understand why you failed. Like, that was my issue for a long time in drop shipping, was I'd make a store and I'd fail and I'd repeat the same mistakes just because my ego was like, no, this isn't why I'm failing, or like this looks good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would try to tell myself like, no, this isn't bad, like this is good enough, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to get other opinions, or sometimes you just need to drop the ego. Like, if you're spending, a lot of people struggle. Like, I'm like, I get DMs all the time. Oh, James, I spent, $500 on this product and I really want to make it work because I really believe in it. If you spent $500 on it and you haven't generated a sale, like, there's nothing to believe in anymore. Like, there's thousands of products where you can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, move on. Yeah. There's so many products where you can just, test, and that's the thing where a lot of people get caught up. And even myself, sometimes you get really dedicated to a store,
just
and I get
attached to a
it.
product, yeah.
But that's the big thing for beginners, is don't get attached to products, because that was my issue for a long time.
Yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, I agree completely, bro. Like, don't marry your product. That's a big one for sure.
So so now with the e-com stuff, I've been doing this, man, for about 1.5 years, and I've just been involved in the community for such a long time, where now I kind of get the ins and the outs. Like, there's a lot of scammers, there's a lot of fake people that flex fake things and do a lot of sketchy stuff, and this community is honestly, like, I hate to say it, like, really toxic. Like, I would say like less than like a percentage of the people are really who they say they are and authentic, and that's what sucks. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't even care if you do 100,000 in a month or not. Like, I'd rather see someone just be real as a person. And a lot of these people are fake as people, like, which sucks, because there's just this weird image, bro, for e-com people and just internet people in general of like this CEO, like, boss, like, frame thing, like, and that's how my Instagram's set up, and that's like how I want people to look at my Instagram. It's a weird setup. Like, that's how I have it set up, because like this guru image in this e-com community, like, that a lot of people try to front. And like me, I don't mind. Like, I just post a nice pictures. I like the way it looks, but I'm real. I'll fucking, if people DM me, they need the help. Like, everybody knows me, I'll help you out. Like, I don't mind. I'm not going to mentor you and fucking hold your hand through the process. It's not, like, obviously I can't do that. People will pay. Obviously other people get that, but I'm here to help. And like, so many people in this community are just so selfish and fake and scummy, and will do anything to take your money, try to sell you on their program.
I agree with that, man. 100%.
And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So like, basically, bro, like, you just have to, like, off the get go, man, you just have to find, who are those kind of, like, I guess, kind of sketch personalities, man, and just stay clear. Just honestly, just stay true to yourself, man. I know it sounds cliche and shit. I basically just started this podcast, man, just to connect with people like you, bro. Like, I have no intentions besides just connecting, bro. That's literally it. I don't have it monetized at all. I don't make any money from it. I put in whatever 2 hours, 3 hours of podcast to record it and edit it just for the hell of it, man, just to have fun and just to connect with people. And you just need to find real people in the community, man. I completely agree with that.
And what you're doing right here is completely real, bro. Like, just being able to have a conversation with like multiple people in this community just to reach and connect is awesome. Like, that's what I do constantly all the time, is like go through everybody in this community. I'll DM them and just say, what's good, boss? Like, what's good? Just say what's up. And like, a lot of people think I'm trying to sell them something. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just literally there to say, what's good? Have my phone number if you ever want to reach out, because I'm trying to build connections with people in the community. Because the one thing about this community that I do like, no matter, scammer or not, like, not every scammer is good, but a lot of these scammers and non-scammers have this mentality of entrepreneurship, which I do love. And that's like, the grind, and no matter what they do to make the money, at least they're, fucking grinding. I'm not trying to, give them any excuses, but like, everybody has this common mentality of just hustle, and they understand it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are other people, I guess, that are still not on their ass, like at home, not doing anything to do anything. So I guess there's that. But, yeah, man. So the big problem with this community, dude, and it's a huge problem is everybody makes their fucking money off courses. Not everybody. That's a huge lie.
I know. Completely,
but you know what I mean? Like, it sucks because most people just make their money off the courses and don't even do the business model that they're talking about. And it's sad because I know tons of people like, and it sucks because I know tons of people that really do the business model and make shit ton of money. And that's what they live by, but they have no need to drop a course. They're really behind the scenes. They don't even have a YouTube. A lot of them, they don't want to be known. They do their own thing, and that's cool. Some of them do have YouTubes. Like, it's just because you have a YouTube or anything doesn't mean that you're
doesn't mean you're a guru. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
There's like fucking Sebastian Esquenda. Like, you should try to get him on an interview. That kid's really.
I DM'd him. I don't know if he responded.
Yeah,
I DM'd him, bro. He's a
really
dope
cool,
dude,
man.
Bro.
I love
100%.
the shit he drops on YouTube. He drops in every day, man, e-com shit, which is insane. I don't know how he does it. He comes up with a new video. That's insane. He's a great kid. Makes a shit ton of money in the e-com space. He's actually doing it. So
yeah, man. Just because you have like a public figure doesn't mean you're, a guru. Like, I have this podcast. Doesn't mean I'm a guru, man. I just like connecting with people.
Just a guy, man, trying to fucking reach out. Exactly.
That's it, man.
Yeah, dude. So that's what's fucked up about this community, and there's like a lot of people that get deceived and get sold on this dream, because the dream is real. Like, it's like a real thing for like the top 1% that actually go out and use the business model and learn every aspect, because there's not just drop shipping like as one thing, like where you just buy and sell products. Like, you have to know how to write ad copy for your, headlines. You have to know how to make the ads. You have to know how to make logos, manage suppliers, reach out to suppliers, hire VAs, email marketing,
customer service,
bro. Like, how many moving parts of drop shipping in a real business?
Dude, like, there's too many, and like, I think a lot of people get deceived about the fact, like, they look at drop shipping, right? And they see all these people posting 100K months. Personally, I mean, I don't post screenshots or anything related to ecom. I know you do, and I'm fine with that. It's just me. I don't like posting screenshots. I don't know why. I've just always had that thing. But like, people just see these people just see these screenshots, man, and they think they could just jump in Shopify 14-day trial and make $100,000. Yeah. It's like, no, like, you have to. It's way more complicated than that.
Here's the thing that I was explaining to my friend is, if you have like $10,000 to your name, you can't expect really to make $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can, and it's possible, but like, try to think of like a match for your money almost. Like, you're not going to go out and spend $500 on ads 100%. And then bring back $50,000. Like, it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guys that go out and also make $100,000 a month on Facebook ads, they're also spending $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month,
and they've been at it for a while.
And they know what they're doing. They know how to scale and manage those ads. Like, there's a lot that goes into like the scaling process alone. Like, there's just a lot to that. Credit, people don't understand credit. Like, and that's an important thing. And I'm huge on that now. Like, that's why I love getting into that and helping people with that. I'll, fucking plug credit all the time, guys. Keep my highlights if you guys want to learn about credit. 20 minutes of free fucking value, guys, that people would charge thousands for.
And one of my good friends actually just got credit for me.
Awesome, really?
Yeah, Arya.
Really? Yeah. He's the boy. We've been talking for a little bit. That's funny. Yeah, so credit's an important thing too, and you can leverage credit for your business, and a lot of people don't even understand that and are scared of credit and are scared of like all of that. People look at me like funny every time they look at my wallet because I have like 10 credit cards in it. And they're like, "Why the fuck do you have 10 credit cards?" They don't understand.
What's your favorite card? I'm gonna intervene. What's your favorite card? On the spot, right now.
On the spot,
for business.
The American. I have the American Express.
Amex Gold.
I'm gonna get the gold. I'm getting the gold this month.
Business gold, bro.
Yes, bro. I know. It's the 4 times the point.
4X? Oh my God. Yeah.
Exactly. I need to get that. That's why I know I'm slacking. But
I think honestly, maybe Amex is probably one of the best for businesses.
I know. That's why I got the Amex Business Plus, and that's like just a start. But like, I have a relationship, and I have a personal card with them too now for like 6 months or so. So if you already have a relationship with credit bureaus, which a lot of people don't know, because I mean, I'm sure people know, but if you have a relationship, you are like way more guaranteed to get the cards, and like, you can even get like a soft inquiry. Like, if I reach out to Amex, like, which I'm going to do, and just ask them to pull a soft, and it's not guaranteed, but if I can ask them to pull a soft inquiry instead of a hard inquiry for the business card, they can do that. So because you have a relationship with them, they won't even pull a hard inquiry on your credit report, which is actually better for your score. If you don't know, obviously hard inquiry will affect your score. Only temporary, but still, I mean, that's just something too beneficial. And yeah, so having a relationship just with every credit bureau is important. Like I have a card with Amex, Chase. I have one with PayPal, Discover, Wells Fargo, Citi. So I have like all like the major bank distributors, you know what I'm saying, for cards, and just to have a relationship with them. So if I get any of the higher tier cards, it's easier to get, because if you have good credit history, that's at least if you have good credit history, right? Like if you have bad history, they're not going to give you another card because they're not going to like that, right? But if you have good history, you're doing everything well with them, trust me, they want you to have that. They want the relationship. They're really good on the phone. Like people are scared to talk on the phone. Stop being afraid to talk on the phone, because you can get a lot more if you're just willing to reach out to customer support. Same thing with credit line increases. I know I'm sorry not to turn this into credit talk here, but
go for it, man. Like we have so much time.
So like on my cards, like I started out with a $2,500 line on my PayPal card. I had really good credit with them for like 6 months, so I called them and I asked for a credit line increase, and I was just like, hey, I'm going to be spending more money this month. Is there any way I can get a credit line increase? And that's that. And they'll increase your card, and usually just ask for triple, like of whatever your current line is. So I asked for 7,500. That's like the rule of credit, and like you'll usually get approved for that. And I did. And so then the next time I ask, I'll ask for 3 times that. And so that's how you can really increase your lines really fast and like get really big lines. Especially with Amex. Amex is like really favorable with that. Like if you just take good care of your credit, after like 6 months to a year, you can just ask for a credit line increase every single time.
Who do you think got the best customer support, customer service?
I really love American Express.
Yeah, Amex.
I'm really not gonna lie, man. Like I love American Express. They're the best. They're the easiest. Anytime I have something that I have to call them about, it's just super easy to handle, and I love them.
Yeah. So. Do you use not on topic with credit, but do you use PayPal in your stores? I've been asking a lot of people this lately.
Okay, so PayPal. This is my take on PayPal. Yes and no. So it depends on like what I'm doing, and like if I'm scaling hard, chances are like I'm probably not gonna use PayPal. Like for the most part, when I'm just like testing, I'm like okay with using PayPal, and like kind of just seeing like for lighter months, because like you can manage it if you have good shipping times, and like if you have good tracking tracking stuff, because you have to have the tracking information and the supplier that's going to ship out good shipping times, because if you don't have that, PayPal's just going to fuck you. Like that's just what happens. Wait, can I swear on this? I don't know. But, sorry about keep that. It real, bro. So PayPal is literally just going to fuck you if you do that, and it's not worth it. But I will say I learned something from someone in the e-com community, Rob Krizak, I think his last name is. He mentioned there's this app, and I'm going to try it. You get it on your Shopify store, and it'll plug in your tracking codes for you automatically and stuff like that. So if you have a good supplier, it like syncs with PayPal, and it like makes having PayPal on your store easier.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try. Like it's in his course, so I'm just gonna fucking make a video or something like on that for free, because I know like people won't be able to access that. But I'll make just a shout out on the app or something and whatever. But yeah, so there's an app that does that, and that's going to make PayPal a lot more easier. I'm going to try that. There's no guarantees. Obviously, maybe PayPal will still do something, but the app says that it's going to help you with reserves. It says like there's no issues with holds, so that's good. So I'm going to try that. But for now, yeah, man, I've been holding off on PayPal because PayPal's a bitch. I usually just straight up disable all the express checkouts on my store.
Yeah, I feel that, man. So, okay, how long did it take for you to start seeing success in e-com?
I would say
from when you started to you started making like good money, like I can make a living off this.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this like full time since I would say like 8 months now, like close to a year. So I would say 8 months ago, like is when like it started picking up, and like I had made a store that was doing like $4,000 a day for like 2-3 weeks, and then it died down, and that like first I don't want to say check, obviously, but like that first amount of money that hits the bank, it's like, oh wow, like man, like what am I gonna do with all this money now? Like, because the store had died down, like, and the product was dead, and it was like, all right, I have a lot of money, and like I know this is real, I want to do this again, like, and I was kind of like back at that testing phase of like testing products up and down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went from like a bunch of money back to a little bit of money, then I found another product and like did that, and that was doing really well, and I thought I was on top of the world again for like a month because it was doing really well, and then that died, and then like it was just like that constant cycle. And then for a little bit I was doing working with these other e-com dudes that were doing well. We were doing these partner stores, and those stores were doing pretty well for a little bit. And then we just kind of had a falling out with like some of the e-com guys that were getting greedy with profits and like doing stuff behind the back end that I didn't really like. And so I was like, fuck all that. So I'm not greedy. I'm real. Like, we're going to do something. It's going to be straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing to hide, and I'll put everything, like, I'll make a fucking sheet and share it with you if you want to see it. You know, like, there's nothing that's going to be like sneaky. And so I was just like, fuck all that. But so for a little bit, I escaped from that, and then I started doing my own thing again. And it was just kind of like this, you know, up and down, like same, like till this day, bro. Like and I will say it straight up to anybody that's listening. I am not an e-com fucking wizard. I'm nowhere, like, I have not even done 100K month yet. Like, that's something that I'm still striving for. Like, my biggest month, like, was a $32,000 month, like, in revenue, and like the profit on that was like 35% like margins, which is decent. You know, like, that's a good month.
It's good,
like,
man.
It's not like anything crazy, you know, like like there are people that I'm friends with that do like insane, like do that in like a day. Like, I know friends that do like 30K a day. Like, I've seen people like you know, Luca Nets, like, he's not my friend,
Yeah,
but
bro.
like there are people in this community that do monstrous numbers on top of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm a
100%.
little sand in the little grain of sand in the salt here on the beach. But what I will say is I've done enough to really know like how this works, you know, like to get the community. Like, I just got to work a little bit harder to get where I want to be. But yeah, I've just been up and down, bro, like kind of just doing that. And I'm just back at that phase trying to work on the brand now. Cause like now what I'm working on is working with suppliers and getting faster shipping time, and then private labeling, and trying to work on like building a brand. Cause like drop shipping is really good, but like branding is better for the future. And I think moving forward to 2021, because people are catching on to general stores and stuff like that. Like, people have had a lot of bad experiences on Facebook and like are really not trusting as much. Like, obviously general stores still work to this day, and they always will, like, I guess you can say, but they're just not going to work as much, and like they're not going to convert as well. Like, your conversion rate will be less than if you niche down, I believe, or one product store, because with upsells, because people are going to trust a brand more, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to hit the audience that you're targeting more specifically than if
the only thing I have against one product stores, like I mess with it. Like, if you have a general and you know it's the winner, only thing I have against one product stores, bro, is just that time that you put into, and you build one store, you buy the domain, you make the ad account for that, and you dedicate its own pixel, and you do all that, right? Just to test for 2 days and know that the product fails. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep. Dude, I've been going through it, man. I've been going through it, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, I've made a shit ton of one product stores, bro. Like, spend the whole day, and then I'm like, yes, I got the ads ready. Boom, boom, boom. I make the ads myself, you know, because I do the entire process myself. Like, and then for the most part, when I start scaling, that's when I'll build a team under me. And like, that's another thing that I want to get into later. Like, seriously, guys, when you start scaling, drop shipping is to another level. Like, you're talking about hiring VAs, you're talking about hiring people to reach out to your suppliers to find better pricing, you're talking about hiring people to fulfill your orders for you. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into this. Now you're building
a lot of components.
Now you're building a business. Like, this isn't just you and a little giddy business. Like, you can actually build a serious team and automate like this business once you start scaling. You know what I'm saying? Like, start taking it serious. You're paying people, your team, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna train them, get on Skype calls and teach them how to fulfill, like teach them how to do everything. Like, there's a lot to this, like, once you start getting like into it, right? And like, that's the shit that I love. Like, I love the nitty gritty shit, like when you start scaling, because that's obviously the good shit. Like, that's when you're doing numbers, and it's fucking great when you can hire a team under you. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are good problems.
More money, more problems.
Right? Exactly, man. So,
honestly, bro, like, that statement never made sense until now.
Dude, and I think it's like 100% real, and like that's just facts from, like, I know people like straight up. I take a couple trips in Cali, like they make dumb money. You know, like I know some people that just make dumb money, and like there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background, man. Like, more money, more problems, dude. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
More money, more problems. That's facts, man. But yeah.
Perfect, bro. So let's move on, I guess. Okay, yeah. So a question that I asked pretty much everyone: what was the first product you ever tried to sell, or like your first store, kind of? Like, I don't know if you did a one product, but like, what was the first product you tried to sell? All
right, so I'll tell you my first product, and then I'll tell you my second, because like the first one was literally just a like copy from the course. Like, I swear to God, I watched the course and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna copy this product. His example product, like in the product research, like Chris O did like this eyebrow fucking thing like that, and I was like, okay, well, if he can do this and launch the ads, and he says like, and like, you know, like he was saying like, multiple people can do multiple products. You don't have to worry about saturation and stuff like that. So I figured, okay, well, if saturation's not real, then I can probably just do this whole thing, right? That was my ignorant mindset. Obviously, it's not going to really work like that. Guys, if people are testing products, think of it like a food chain. Like the person at the top is going to be the one that's making the most money, and like slowly, like, it gets bitten off. Like people can, like, if you have a 10 ROAS and, with your product, and some competitors come around and do your product, your ROAS is going to drop because people are now competing with you. So that's how you guys have to think of it. Obviously, you'll probably be making more money if you're the top dog and have the highest bid. You'll probably outbid them, but still, that you have competitors, so you'll have lower metrics there. But so yeah, the first product was just a exact replica, and that's why I think it failed. Like when I was testing testing ads and stuff like that, I was like, all right, maybe it's just because I copied and didn't put in the work. And so then the second store, which was actually the store that I did get my first sale on, was a pet brush, the famous pet brush that I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about if you've been in e-com. The one where like you wipe it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it just takes off the fur. So yeah, it was the pet fur one, and I ran it on my general store. The general store was zoohigh.com. You guys can go on. It's not even a store anymore. So Zoohigh was the name. I had someone in the e-com space that was doing insane numbers, like kind of help me out with that and like build the store. And the store wasn't anything good, but like just building the store and learning a lot of the back end and like how to make a store and store design like that. Like I learned a lot just from that store. And I was super excited after getting my first sale, and I was like, wow, this is real. And it was crazy. But yeah, I only got a few sales from the product, and then it didn't even like end up working out or anything like that. It just like wasn't scalable or wasn't profitable after like a day or two. So it just didn't end up working out. And I was like, damn. So yeah.
What did your friends and family start thinking, like when you started drop shipping and stuff like that?
They're really open to it. So yeah, so I didn't even mention this, but yeah, so towards the end of high school, before I was about to graduate, is when I went to my mom's work. She was doing karaoke for a little bit, and before she went to work, we had a dinner, and I was talking with her, and I was like, Mom, I don't think I want to go to college, because that was going to be my plan. Like I was just going to go to college. I was like, I think I want to try e-commerce. Like I think I want to try drop shipping. Like I want to do this. Like I know there are kids out here making a shit ton of money online doing this. Like, and I explained the whole concept, and she was like, you know what, like if this is what you want to do and like that makes you happy, then go for it. And my mom has always been super supportive, and my family has always been super supportive during the whole thing, which I really appreciate.
Great to hear.
They've been like unbelievably supportive throughout the entire journey. So without them, I really wouldn't be where I am, and I still am thankful for them because they're like the crutch during the journey. And then one day, obviously when I'm doing numbers, because it's not like a matter of like if, it's going to be a matter of when, because like I'm just going to keep working, and I know it's going to happen. So when I'm doing insane numbers and I can take care of my family, they know like they take care of me now, like I'll take care of them when I can. And that's the plan. That's why I want to stick around. And when I have enough money where I feel like I can keep money from my business and then take my mom out for some trips, and I'll do it. Like obviously right now I have a decent amount of money in my checkings. I'm not going to go into how much, but I have a decent amount where I could fucking take a couple trips or whatever. But if I do that, it's going to, kind of put a dent into like my business, you know what I'm saying? What I have to spend for quarter four. So I want to make sure I have a good quarter four, so I don't really have to worry about like being at like a lower level than I want to be, and have enough money to scale and really just be situated. And then after this year, really that's when I'm going to, have a good amount, like if everything goes to plan, which it should, because I'm super excited for quarter four. It's like a Black Friday every day, which this whole coronavirus has been like, there's no excuses. Dropshipping has been booming still. But quarter four is going to be insane. And it will forever be booming. But especially during quarter four, it's going to be crazy. So I'm super excited, and I'm just planning ahead now, like with suppliers, trying to like work out inventory. Like I even might like look into like a warehouse, or even like might just fucking shove a shit ton of products in my place and try to work out like faster shipping, so that way I can really scale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I might make my room a fucking warehouse if I have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
turn the living room into a
and then and then after this year, and once I feel a little more comfortable, then I can't wait. I just want to take my mom to Paris. Hopefully coronavirus is done, because that was always the dream. Like I told my mom, like, once this is good, and like I promise I'm going to do this, because I know I just believe in myself. Like I'm going to take you to Paris, and we're going to be on the Eiffel Tower, because she always wants to go to Paris, and she hasn't been on a vacation since I've been born, bro. Like I'm 19 years old. She hasn't been on a vacation in 19 years, like that's the type of struggling like financially she's been in, because she always has debt and bills and stuff like. So I don't want her to worry about that. So that's always been the goal, and that's what's going to happen.
Respect that 100%, bro. Really respect that.
Appreciate it, bro.
Who and what inspired you for entrepreneurship?
Honestly, Chris O, obviously, I got to say, like, you know, that man really did inspire me in a way that was life-changing. You could say, like, Ty Lopez and stuff like that. You know, it's cool because I've seen their ads and, you know, they give you that inspiration, too, to just kind of check it out, see what he's talking about. Like, you know, you do. Like, you just – that's why his ad works so well is because it gets your interest and that's what gets you going. So people like that had inspired me. And Gary Vee, like Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, a lot of people I talk to say they don't believe in motivation, but honestly, I do. Like, you know, I do believe in motivation, and it's a real thing, and I do believe that. Yeah, exactly. You know, like obviously, motivation doesn't get you money, but motivation can get you money if you use it. You know, if you actually transmute it in a way that you know will work for you. Because
motivation will make you $100,000 a month, but motivation will put you in the mindset to want to make $100,000 a month.
Exactly, bro. Like that, you couldn't have worked. Bro, you could not have worded that perfect, bro, because that's exactly it. And I love, like, just the energy, bro, that Gary Vee puts out is something I can respect. Like, just people like that, down-to-earth people like you, are just people that I can respect and have an appreciation for. Like, because there's not many people like this, bro. What you're doing is really, really cool, man, because not a lot of people can do something like this, and it's something I really respect, and that's why I love reaching out to people like this, and it's super cool.
Yeah, man, that's honestly one of the reasons why I just opened this podcast. I have no idea where this is going to go. I don't even know where I see this in 6 months. Maybe one of these days. I don't even know.
Hey, no plans. 6 years from now, bro. You never know where this could be, dude. Joe Rogan just signed a $100 million contract.
Maybe, bro.
That e-com contract, bro. You never know. There's going to be some e-com, bro. E-com so huge. There could be some e-com companies that are like, I want Sean to be the e-com guy, man, because – hey, man, be the first, man. Be one of the first to be in this. I think it's only like you and Scott, so.
Me, Scott, and Splashman. Yeah, Splashman. Splashman's dope.
I haven't heard of Splashman, so I'll have to check him out.
Bro, go check out his podcast. Dope guy, Splashman, bro. Word. Yeah, Scott, I think Scott was the main reason why I kind of just wanted to open one, because I just felt like he was interviewing people and stuff like that. Yeah,
man. Scott, if we're talking about inspiration too, you know, I've never talked to him or anything like that, but he is definitely an inspiration for job shipping for me.
Yeah, man. Scott was the first one I ever watched.
Exactly, bro. Like if we're talking about a Mount Rushmore of e-com, he's on it. He's 100% on it.
100%, bro.
You know, he's connected with Oberlo back in the day. Like he was just there, like when it was before, like but like at the start, but like when it was really before it was popping. You know what I'm saying? Like he got on there and he he's doing well, man.
Yeah, and I respect him because he has a course, right? But he's not a guru, if that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no,
he helps people, and he has
good guy.
Great guy, bro. Honestly, he was the biggest inspiration for me to start it.
I love how open he is. I'll say, fucking whatchamacallit, he shaved his face half and half. That's I love that because dude, going out in public like that in Cali, dude. When I went to Cali, I was like, dude, I can't even imagine being Scott right now. Like people giving me fucking weird looks. Like that's ballsy, dude. I love that shit, dude. Like gotta respect the fuck out of that man for doing some shit like that. Like just shit like that. Just how open he is, and he speaks his mind. That's something that I'm very like prominent in, is speaking your mind and standing up for what you believe in. And I know he's a big proponent of that, which is great.
Yeah, he does him. He doesn't care about no one else. I really respect that mentality. You need to have that mentality.
100%.
100%. If someone gave you $100,000, okay, how would you multiply it?
At least 10, ROAS, my guy. You know that. I'm making $1 million. I'm making $1 million. No. I mean, if someone gave me $100,000, realistically, dude, obviously what I have to do is got to give at least 20 to my mom off the bat, but then that 80 I gotta, you know, invest it and then grow more so I can get some more to my fam. But yeah, that's what you gotta do if I get 100,000. Bro,
I really respect how you're always trying to give back to your fam. I really, really, really respect that, bro.
I appreciate that, man. Seriously, as much as I can, I try to, because it's really important. Family is super important. It's something I learned, like, honestly, recently, because as a kid, you know, you don't really get it. You play games. Yeah, you don't. You really don't understand it. But as you grow up and you start to understand, like, you're only here for, you know, a period of time, and that's something that, you know, a lot of people need to understand.
I just hope everyone understands it before it's too late, you know?
Exactly, bro, and that's a huge thing. And learn that, man. You got to learn that from the people, like, around you. Like, Chris O was an eye-opener for me, you know? Like, when that happened, that crushed me, because he was the guy that got me involved, and it's like, it opens your eyes. Like, anything can happen. Like, someone that you wouldn't think, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
100%, man.
So you guys got to be just blessed to wake up every single day. And I don't like the term YOLO, because you don't only live once. You only die once. You live every day.
Wow. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Wow, that was worded perfectly.
I appreciate you, fam.
Do you see yourself ever starting like a personal brand? I mean, I know you already have one, but do you think like you'll ever like open a YouTube channel, start growing that?
Dude, that's been on the tip of my fucking tongue for like the longest time. And like that's one of the things that I definitely struggle with is like just doing it. Like just go out and do it. Like
just starting it.
I'm a perfectionist, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like same thing with my Shopify stores. Chris would tell you if you talk to him, like you can't get me to launch a store until it's fucking perfect. Like until I think that store looks perfect, like someone like that lands on it, like if they're actually interested in that like target audience, they'll buy it, you know, because the store and everything checks out. Like I'm just such a perfectionist. Like I can't do something. So I feel like if I put something out on YouTube, like it's got to be structured this certain way. When that's, dude, if you look at anybody that's been successful or had this journey, man, Joe Rogan, fucking PewDiePie, anybody on YouTube, anybody. The biggest, they had nothing or they were not anything to start, and like it wasn't pretty, it was ugly, you know, or it wasn't the best, it wasn't, they used what they could, right. And then I'm not saying anything bad here. Right now you're using what you can. Like who's to say 6 years from now you don't have a full ass studio with some nice ass camera, you know what I'm saying? Like you start with what you have.
Exactly.
This is what I love.
Honestly, who knows, a year from now this thing will be around, you know? I don't even know. I don't know the future of anything. I'm just going with it, man.
And that's the thing.
Exactly, bro.
That's what I struggle with, and that was the perfect thing for you to say is like you were just like fuck it. So what if it doesn't work? And that was my thing.
Exactly, bro. Worst comes to worst, bro. Let's say in 6 months, 7 months, right? We're starting off 2021 and I don't have time for this podcast. I'm focusing on other things and this isn't a priority for me, bro. Who knows? I won't even pursue it. But who knows? Maybe this will be a priority for me. I don't even know. So I'm just going with it, man. Yeah, no, and see, that's a really good characteristic to have. That's the big thing that I struggle with is not doing something because I preemptively already think it's going to fail. That's like a big piece of advice for someone that doesn't already do drop shipping. And I love people that don't because they can take advice and soak it in without already having like, you know, some idea, like something, you know, like I used to have all these, you know, things that I couldn't get out of my head because I learned from one person that had this idea, you know what I'm saying? So, but just don't struggle honestly not doing something because you think it's not going to work. Like just always do it, bro. Just do it. Like even if it doesn't work, that's the worst thing that happens. Like so what? You spent some money. It didn't work. Bro. You learn now that didn't work. And honestly, you have learned if you didn't do it. I recommend get a journal, bro. I've had so much stuff on my mind, bro. I would just like I can't even function because I just have so many thoughts running through my head, bro. And I just jot them down. And one of the things that I jotted down was a podcast. So I started it and here we are today. We're recording it. And honestly, dude, just the journal, man, it just organizes your thoughts. And I needed it personally. I had way too many things juggling. And another main thing, back to the podcast, probably the last time I'm going to mention it. I know I'm mentioning it a lot, but honestly, one of the main reasons why I didn't want to open it was because let's say like me and you are interviewing it, right? We're on this podcast, and let's say in a year, right, this podcast doesn't work out and it gets deleted, right? Yeah. I personally, that was the main thing. I feel bad that I wasted, you know, an hour of your time just to go to waste, you know? Yeah. That was the only thing, and I just recommend, and I just got through it, and I was like, you know what? We had a great time, and we built a connection from that, and that's all what matters. No time wasted here, bro. Honestly, at the end of the day, I really do appreciate you just having me on and talking, man, and reaching out, and that's a friendship built, bro. You like, you know, you can bro. You can text me, you got my number and shit like that. So like, that's just awesome, and I appreciate that, and that's a good mindset. Don't seriously, guys, don't not do something because you already think it's not going to work, or what if. The what if is not something that you can have in this. Like, if you want to be successful, you can't what if anything. You seriously just got to go out and do it. Yeah, bro, 100%. Okay, if you had one place to visit in the world, where would you go? Wow, man, you're great with these questions too. I love it. One place in the world, I would have to say Aruba. Ooh, Aruba. Yeah. Oh no, actually, you know what? If I could choose one place, this is what it would be. It would be, I want to say Bora Bora. Those are those islands, the Bora Bora Islands. Those are the islands with the little tikis and like it's the blue water. You have to look up a picture of the Bora Bora. You'll know what I'm talking about after. It's an amazing fucking place, bro. I know where Bora Bora is, bro, but it's fire, not bro. Is it that? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know what Bora Bora is. With all like the shacks and it's like a pier. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like you could just like wake up in the morning, run out of your bedroom, and you're in the ocean.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's so
I gotta
fire.
go. Like that's definitely a goal where I want to go soon.
I heard like cost of living is not that expensive.
Really?
Like yeah, to like get rooms and stuff. I think like the only expensive thing is like just the flight. Same thing with Bali. Like Bali, bro, like 4 people can eat for $50 a day. Like really good, eat $50 a day.
That's what I heard, bro. And we're talking about that in the ecom chat about taking a trip out to Bali.
Yeah, all of us going out to Bali.
Bro, let's do that, like 100%. Because I'm
the only expensive thing, bro, would just be the flight. You probably pay like I don't know, $1,500.
We all just gotta get passports soon because passports are like delayed right now because COVID. So we gotta get them like now.
God, I got mine. Yeah, I got mine. Okay. Yeah, I got mine. I just took a trip to Cancun over the summer.
Really?
Cancun was open.
How was that?
It was perfect. It was literally, I've never seen it so empty. I go like pretty much every year, bro, and it was dead empty.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, which was okay because like you get the whole hotel to yourself. But
yeah,
what'd you say?
Was it COVID? You think?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. It was like I think like 15% occupancy, bro, and like it wasn't even filled up 15%. It's crazy.
How was the like mask situation over there?
Yeah, go.
Was it the same kind of situation? Do you think the mask situation was it kind of like?
It wasn't because there was like no one there. So like, bro, like sitting in in a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Like the closest person to you, bro, there was like 3 people in a big ass restaurant, bro, and the person closest to you was like 8 feet away, more than 8 feet away. I'm not even like 10, 15 feet away, bro. Nice. So like they weren't too strict on that. Like they made you wear it in certain positions, but like they weren't too strict on it.
Facts.
Bro, and the airport was dead too.
Yeah, no, all the airports that I've been to recently have been fucking dry. Yeah. But not so recently. Recently, like when the whole coronavirus thing was going on like crazy, it was pretty dry. But like kind of recently, it's been kind of normal.
It's been kind of getting back there for sure.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, it's kind of pumping money back into the economy.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Now we jump into the kind of fast-paced Q&A. Like I ask you one, and if you have one for me, go ahead and ask it. Kind of on the spot, but just if you have one. All right, cool. I'll start it off. If you had one car to buy, what would you buy? What's your dream car?
Lamborghini Aventador.
Aventador. Would you get a Roadster convertible? Or are you sticking with the coupe? Because I know if you're like 6 foot, bro, like even if you're like 5'11", 6 foot, bro, in a Aventador, your head hits the top.
No, you really gotta bend down, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought you'd probably keep it like that regular, but you know, it's just such a nice ass car, bro. Like just
doors up.
Even if I don't even get one, just drive one, bro. Like, oh my god, bro, I just want to drive one and just.
Bro, honestly, I recommend just renting one, bro. Renting one, bro. It'll open your mind, bro. But Aventadors are so expensive, right?
Yeah, we were looking at it. We were gonna last time I was in Cali. We were looking at exotic cars. Just the plug wasn't around, but yeah, cars are like $1,500.
Hey, if you're in Orange County, bro, I got one. If you ever come back to Orange County, let me know. I'll send you.
You got some decent prices too.
Bro, great prices compared to everyone else, and you get 200 miles a day, bro. Unlike these other people giving you 50.
Yeah, all right,
bet.
That's fire. I'll definitely hit you up for that.
Bet, bro. You got one?
So when did you start ecom, and how long have you been doing it?
Okay, I think I explained the story in the last one, but it's a crazy story. Okay,
cool, yeah, for sure.
So I started maybe about a year and 4 months ago, almost a year and a half ago, right? So we were coming back from school. My dad picked me up from school, right? We were driving home, and he goes, "Hey, have you heard of e-commerce and drop shipping?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." So after then, bro, I just started binging YouTube videos, bro, and just going ham at it.
Dude, your dad got you on?
Bro, my dad told me about it. It was crazy.
What?
He saw it. Yeah, he saw it on the news or something, like about e-commerce. I don't know where he saw it, like on an article or something. And he told me about it. We were driving home. We were almost home. We were pulling in, and he was like, "Have you heard of e-commerce?" And I was like, "No, I haven't. Have you heard of drop shipping?" And then it was a video ad. My bad. He was watching YouTube, and it was one of those video ads. Someone popped up, and he showed it to me. It was. Who was it? I think it was Kevin David. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, bro. Don't quote me on how he found it. But he told me about it, bro. And the first guy I ever watched on it was Scott Hilsey, bro.
Yeah.
And just went from there.
Bro, that is so fucking funny.
Crazy, bro.
Into that.
Yeah.
So what does he think about dropshipping now? And does he know that you're doing dropshipping? Like,
Yeah,
right
he
now?
does. He completely supports me. Like the other day he walked in my room, bro. He was like, they're saying e-commerce is going to be huge for Black Friday. And I was like, yeah, I'm planning for it. He's there. He really
That's so
supports
funny,
it, bro.
man. That's awesome.
But he still wants me to stay in school. Completely understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I am still in school, bro. Got online school going, which is okay because I could skill them Facebook ads on the side, but we're doing all right.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Do you see yourself, or I don't know if you do, but do you see yourself dabbling into stocks, or are you already in stocks? Like,
Yeah.
what are your opinions on
family
stocks?
invested. I'm fucking around with a couple penny stocks. I have like 5,000 right now invested in like Robinhood, and then I have like a couple other in like a TD Ameritrade account.
I like TD Ameritrade.
TD Ameritrade, you can trade OTC stocks, and like that's why I trade all the penny stocks and stuff like that, and it's really cool because you can trade like under like fucking $1 and shit, like an insane low. You know what I'm saying? That you can't get on Robinhood. But so yeah, I just fuck around with the stock market. Nothing crazy. Like I try not to do like anything that's gonna like kill my portfolio because that money is like money I'm trying to just grow slowly and then just put away on the side just for my business or whatever. Just grow it. You know, no, you're good. But yeah, so I don't know really too much about stocks, but I do like just watch some YouTubers that do their research, and then I'll like follow up on my research upon their research. But like I trust them because for the most part they've been like pretty good calls. Like it's not like a call thing or anything like that. I just
Who do you watch on YouTube for them?
There's this guy called the Stock Watch. He's like he's you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. So I like watching him. And then there's a couple other people that
Graham Stephan's dope.
Graham's cool.
I don't know if you know who's Graham. Graham's dope, bro.
Graham, man. Graham's
I saw him. I didn't actually walk up to him, but I saw him when I was driving. What is it, bro? It's already in August. So if you say 8 months, yeah, in Cali in LA.
No.
Last time I went to LA. When's the last time I went? Maybe like a month and a half ago. I don't know, a month ago, somewhere around there. It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
We were just driving. Where were we driving? We were driving in, it was like Santa Monica going into like West Hollywood, like coming out of Santa Monica in. And we just saw him walking. It was pretty dope. I looked at him because we were at a red light and I just looked at him. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, that's funny as hell, bro. I would have been like tripped the fuck out. I would have been like, yo, that's Graham Stephan.
I was like, I didn't even say anything. I was just looking. I was like trying to make it out. And then I was like,
like that was, oh my God, dude, that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
What neighborhood were you in? Was it like a nicer neighborhood or is he just out and about?
It was like one of those like kind of like you're just stopping at a street. So there's like really nothing much going on. Yeah. Honestly,
what part of Cali were you in?
I'm just out of LA. I'm about 60 miles out of LA.
Okay, facts.
Yeah, so about an hour out, not too far, more inland.
Got you. Southern Cali, though.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Cali is beautiful, dude. I really love it down there. It really is something else.
Yeah, man. Los Angeles, Orange County, best areas. So, I go to OC a lot because OC is just a more feasible drive. I mean, it's the same length, but it's just a better drive, and it's
sometime me, you,
100%, bro.
Guys, man, because there's so many beautiful ones, and we can just grind out for like a week or some shit, dude. I'm so down. We can get a trip or some shit together.
100%, bro.
We'll rent out the exotic
for a week. Bro, like these guys got like 911s for like $200 a day, which is unheard of. Like 911 convertibles, Ferraris for like $400 a day. They got Audi R8s, they got G-Wagons, Bentleys. It was crazy.
I know you interviewed Mikey Cass. Have you guys linked up at all? Because I know you guys are kind of in the same.
Yeah, we were planning on it, but he was he's on vacation right now. He's in Greece, I think, right now. Yeah. Yeah, I want to definitely try to link up with him whenever he comes back.
Yeah, dude, I want to meet him too one day. He's a really cool kid. And
yeah, Mikey's a dope dude, bro. Hella real guy.
One of these days, really sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah, go.
One of these days, I was just literally straight just binging his YouTube channel. I mean, like I don't want to say fucking, I don't know how to word it, but I didn't fall in love with the kid, but I fell in love with his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I absolutely love the way he carries himself, and I love the way that you know, just he is. He has like this rock star kind of personality to him, and He's quick.
He's got a good vibe.
And yeah, good vibe. And he's witty and it's just
Crazy kid, bro. Keeps jumping off roofs into pools.
Really cool stuff. And
yo, Mikey, if you're listening to this, what's your deal with jumping off roofs into pools? Just wondering, man.
I love
like,
that.
I'm seeing you jump off of roofs in like every LA house you're in. I saw you posted on your story. You jumped off a roof in Greece.
Yo, we're gonna make it a mission. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel one day, and then we're Mikey Cast. We're gonna go around the world. Bro. We're gonna jump into every pool from every pool, every pool from the roof. No, but for real though, shout out Mikey Cast though, because he's a really cool guy. If you're listening to this, Mikey Cast, let's link up sometime, dude, because you're really cool. Definitely do that. But yeah, so this whole e-com stuff, man, has really just changed my life, man. Like, I've been beyond thankful for the community and meeting everybody in it. I mean, seriously, there's so many great people. I've learned so much about business in general. Like, seriously, just constructing business, marketing, negotiating.
And it's going to help you down the line. Like, even if you're not even in this drop shipping, it's just the fundamentals behind it. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, 100%. Because, breaking down drop shipping, like, let's just take one aspect of it. Like, one aspect of it is logo creation. Logo creation is a job for some people, right? That's one aspect that's a job for some people. Like, if you want to go freelance on Fiverr and be a logo creator, let's take another aspect. Email marketing. How much do
people charge for logos? Completely random. I've never outsourced logos. I always make mine, so I have no idea how much people charge for logos.
So if you want a good, like honestly, bro, like I'll be real with you. Here's a good tip. Here's a little fucking valuable. Go on Fiverr, put the budget as $5, and just reach out to like 10 people. You can get the same quality at $5 that you would pay for like 20 to 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it just depends on the worker. And like, I hate to say it like this, but like a lot of those people are like from Pakistan. They'll negotiate with you. Like, if you're like, like, hey, will you do this for $5? And they're like, no, I'll do it for 10. And you're like, all right, well, I only have 5. They're usually going to text you back and be like, you know what, I'll do it. Like,
that's that kind of hustle, bro.
And that, exactly. Because they just don't give a fuck. They're just down to go get the money and like work and do whatever they got to do to get the bag. And like, fuck, you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
That's the thing though. You can negotiate with them constantly. Like, and I always do that. Like, seriously, you can get crazy pulls. Like,
everything's negotiable
so easily, bro. Like, anything you want, just mention it and be like, if you're not, just, you could literally say, listen, I got another guy that's willing to do this with me, but I want to work with you because I reached out to you first. And like, if you don't want to
work,
cool. If they say no, like, literally, it's not capped though. At the same time, you can reach out to 5 other people that eventually someone's going to say yes. So that's 100%. What I would do. But in general, dude, logo creations go for like $20 or some shit like that. But yeah, but just one aspect, another aspect, like email marketing, that's a job. Like fucking ads themselves, like people have ad agencies where they scale ads and stuff. Like, every aspect of drop shipping as an individual that you have to do is skills that like in general make you a better person and like just make you thrive better in business. Like, if you're able to do every aspect of business for drop shipping, you're doing well for yourself. And like that's just very impressive because there's
you can make a living just off of the parts. Exactly. If that makes sense.
Exactly. And if honestly, the beauty about drop shipping is once you get so good and you're able to like get good at every part and you learn, like, even if you're not good at every part, but you learn how to build a team and outsource, you can really just become good at drop shipping. Because if you do what you're good at, let's say you're good at building stores, or you're not good at customer service, hire a VA from the Philippines for $4 an hour.
Honestly, bro,
4 hours a day. That's $16 a day. If you're making $1,000 a day, like, and you're scaling, it's $16 a day to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, chump change. It's honestly, you're paying them way less than what you're gonna pay someone in America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, I think not Luke Belmar. Luke Annette says it best. He's great at ads and he sticks to ads, and he has other people that do the other fundamentals of the business, and that what makes the business whole. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like, I know I do everything myself right now because I just can't outsource everything like that. I can't go pay someone to do ads, store creation, stuff like that. But I like his like kind of mindset behind it. He has the ads. He does the ads because he's insane at Facebook ads. And then he has someone store creation, email marketing, stuff like that. And he just puts it all to one, and that's why he's the wizard.
Luke Annette is the e-com wizard, man. He's a baller. 100%. He's at the top of the chain for sure. And then like, you know, just doing what you're good at is an important thing, man. If you're good at fucking ads, you can make a living in drop shipping if you really build a team around you that's gonna do like the rest, and or just partner up with someone else in e-com that knows, like, you know, like people are getting scared of like, you know, partnering up, but if you have someone that you can trust, like, don't worry about money, you know, like worry about like making the brand actually
That's
work.
another big thing with that. You have to build trust.
Yeah, trust is a huge thing, dude, because
Trust is
everybody's
huge.
out to get you in this community, unfortunately. And
Unfortunately, that's how it is. You just got to
Yeah.
find the real ones.
yeah, man, and there are real ones, dude. Like there's a shit.
100%.
There's so many cool people in this community, so it's not to get confused. And I'm sure like this is like anything in life, but it's just something to be aware of, you know, because it's unfortunate that it's like this.
Just
and,
in life in general, too, man.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. You got one for me?
So how come you like got started with drop shipping, like, and like wanted to pursue this, like once you heard about it, like what made you like want to get started?
Okay. So before drop shipping, I was reselling. I'm not sure if you're familiar with reselling and stuff. Like I'd buy like off-white shoes and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'd flip it. So the first ever drop shipping store I made was a clothing store that was so bad, okay? But I saw the vision behind it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like, sure, I went 3 months without making $1 off of it, and I was just paying like the shop. I didn't even run ads for that store. But dude, just from having that, I learned basically so much about just Shopify in general. Like just from having the Shopify site open, right? And I was paying $29 a month just from having it open and not even making sales or running ads from it. I just knew how to do like legal papers, how to import, how to like, you know, work overload, how to do this, how to message with suppliers, you know? And I ordered a whole bunch of like clothes to my house, like just to test like quality control and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like one of every product. And, you know, I had the classic watch you'd buy for 50 cents, try to sell for $50, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just a great, just kind of intro. It was a slow intro that I just started to understand everything. Every day I come home from school, you know, do my homework, whatever. And then I just sit on Shopify and just try to learn everything. And that was big. And then, you know, I just went on to different stores. I think I had a baby store. I had a couple of them before,
Baby stores, yeah. I've had a few stores in like almost every niche. Not gonna lie,
man. These baby
stores.
stores work, man. I'm telling you, something's up with these pregnant ladies.
Man, babies
They just love buying stuff for their babies.
Niche, you know, like that's what it is like exactly.
Yeah, man. Moms love spoiling their kids. Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to all the moms out there, all the MILFs.
All right, my time. I'm gonna ask you one. Okay, so I kind of ask everyone this question, but everyone has a different response to it. So I want to see your response. If someone gave you $100 million, would that lower your ambition level? Or would you want to do more?
When you say lower your ambition, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so let's say if someone deposits or wires you $100 million, right? You see $100 million in your bank account, okay?
Yep.
Would you just buy a house and just kind of just in a sense retire, not do anything, and just kind of party your life up? Or are you just gonna go?
That's
are you gonna go? It's GG for you, huh?
That's GG for me. 100 million. You know, Sean. I'm just gonna be real with you here. We're talking $100 million here. That's GG.
It's a lot of money.
I'm off the map. You won't ever see me again. Instagram, Ecom James. See you guys. It won't be a thing.
Deleting my Instagram, deleting my Twitter. Catch me in Bali.
Facebook. Yep, we're moving to another country, dude, and I'm fucking. I'll have some nice biddies beside me. No, I'm not even kidding, man. I swear, 100 million. That's too much money. You know, like with 100 million, that's you, your kids, their generation. Like if you're really not stupid with it. Obviously, if I'm not buying $1 million crib there and a new exotic car every day, right? 100 million. If you're actually smart with it, you can get a nice ass, an insane.
Insane cars, insane house, insane boat,
life, have fucking insane investments making you insane investments back residually every month. Like even if I had like just like, you know, a couple million on like an investment where it like made me like 30,000 a month back, like on some light shit, right? Or like that's like already right there. Like I'm telling you, anything past like $20,000, $25,000 a month, like profit. you're living like above your needs, like completely. Like you don't need anything like past that, bro. Like you really like unless you're really trying to be a big baller, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you could
Big fish.
strive. You want to strive for the top. I'm not saying
Of course.
at 25.
Yeah, no, of course.
Anything past that, you know what I'm saying? Like you're living, you're chilling. So that's what I'm saying. If I make that much, bro, you know I'm gone, bro. So
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know what
Honestly,
everybody else said, but
yeah.
I don't know if they're still hustling and trying to make 100 million still. But fuck it, they're lying, bro. If they see 100 million in their bank account, they are gone, bro. They're gone.
That's the realest shit I've ever heard. That's the realest response, bro.
Oh man,
100M and I'm done.
that's fact.
They're lying. That's funny, bro. All right. Hit me with another one, bro.
What would you do if you had 100 million handed to you? I want to know what you would do.
Bro, 100 million? Damn. If I had 100 million wired to me and I see 100 million, I see that many figures in my bank account,
That
bro.
many zeros. That's a lot of zeros.
Yeah, bro. Look, you probably get I'd probably get dizzy.
But I might have a heart attack on sight.
Bro, I'll go buy like a Big Mac or something, bro, and it'll be like $5 deducted, bro, and you'll just see 9999999, bro. I'll probably get really dizzy. Nah, but on some real shit, I'd buy a lot of hotels.
Really?
I'd buy real estate, and I just live my life, man.
With everything, or would you take any of it and like kind of go off? Really?
Oh yeah, of course. I'd probably throw 50 million, keep 50 million.
Really? That's smart. So you're like
Somewhere around there.
Bro, because
probably, yeah.
Realistically, bro, anything above like fucking 10, dude, we're still talking like a life, like a lifetime of money, bro. Like if you're smart with it, like you can. Really
Yeah, man. Like if you're thinking about it logically, I love hotels, and I've mentioned it several times. I want to own a hotel. I'll take a hotel over an apartment complex any day of the week.
Yeah.
Because, for example, right, you have $1 million. Okay, you're gonna put $1 million down on real estate. That you're gonna get. That's like 20% down. So you're probably gonna get like anywhere from $4.5 to $5 million hotel, right?
Yeah.
On average, that brings in anywhere from like $60,000 to $100,000 a month profit, which is insane to think about. Because
Right.
if you have $1 million, you could residually get paid every month $60,000 to $100,000.
Right, and like it's only like an investment of a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's personally what I want to do. I'm into hotels and stuff.
There's a lot that also
That's
goes
my
into that with building a team and managing the hotel.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So you become
I think honestly, yeah, at $1 million, if you're putting $1 million out, you're going to get a nice motel. And I think honestly, motels probably have higher occupancy rates just because a lot of people actually live in motels.
That's
And they pay, you know what I'm talking about? Like they like.
Have you looked into Airbnb?
To have no, I haven't. I know Scott interviewed a person on his podcast that was a big Airbnb guy, and he was making a lot of money. I wonder how COVID kind of took that. I wonder how that. I wonder, but I heard. I mean, they did it during COVID, and I think he was doing okay, which is good. I hope he's doing.
You know, if you're a top
doing good,
dog at whatever you do, you're usually doing okay.
Yeah, you'll get hit, but you won't get buried.
Right. During any situation, like you know, all those top dogs right now are doing fine.
100%, bro. And honestly, I think, man, if I had 100 million, bro, you probably won't hear me. I'm gonna be honest. Like even now, bro.
It's not a bad thing to say. Like realistically,
no, yeah, I'm being,
you know,
yeah, like even now, man. Like I don't share anything. Like you don't know what I do, what I buy, how much I make, what you know. And I keep it that way because personally, I don't want someone to like me just based on what I have. And I mean, sure, I'll show these things, because I think the picture's cool. Like I've had these like ideas, like I have ideas in my head about pictures I want to take. And it's like kind of check off the bucket list. Right. Mm. And I'll put those, but personally me, man, I keep everything secret and I like that. And if you had 100 million on top of that, bro, who's Sean Morey?
Right, yeah. I don't know Sean Morey after that.
Bro.
No, but see,
Yeah.
like that's the thing, and I like that because once you put yourself out there, it's almost hard to kind of step back because like
Exactly, man.
Once you
And this podcast was a big thing for me, just to put myself out there. And I think I've kept it in a good way where I don't reveal too much.
No.
I kind of just like connecting with people. And yeah, that's basically what I would do. If you want to end it off on one last question to ask me, we'll end it off there.
All right, we're gonna end it off on one last final question. My final question for you would be, if you could do one thing, what would it be?
What do you mean?
Just what do you want to do?
Like as a career? Or like
In
if
general.
money was an object, or like
If
something
money wasn't
like
an
gold?
object and you could go somewhere tomorrow, like someone just told you can go somewhere and do this thing, what's going to be that thing that you're going to do? So not even just travel. Like, yeah, you could say you're going to go to Bali, but like, what are you going to do in Bali? Like, what's the place? Like, what's the thing?
I'm
like,
going to be
what are
honest
doing?
with you, bro. I've already done it, but I want to do it again.
Okay.
And again, and again,
Okay.
and again, and again. Ferrari, okay? Or like a supercar, right?
Yeah.
And take it, I don't know, you went to Orange County, right?
Yeah.
You know PCH? Gorgeous drive along like next to Laguna, that one highway that just runs up from
Yeah,
the top of California down.
If it was in Laguna, I was like staying in Laguna, like in Orange County, like the whole week.
Yeah.
If they took that highway.
Drive the whole PCH next to the ocean in a convertible supercar.
Oh, the road
and
next to the
down.
ocean on Laguna Beach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Up and down and up and down. Just do that and just listen to music and just have a good time.
Bro, see, that's fire because that's the same shit that I said to my boy. I said, as soon as I do this shit, bro, like my dream, bro, is just being in a nice fucking car, cruising and having music on, just cruising and enjoying life. Like, just
man, cars have always been a thing for me. Always been a big part of my life, man. I'm
like, and they don't
big
define
car
you,
guy,
bro.
man.
That's another thing. Like, materialistic things
100%, bro.
don't make you successful. That's
They don't
another
define you
huge
at
thing
all.
that makes this community toxic. Is fucking people make all that shit and make it seem what to be, what they're not. But the people that actually do it and do enjoy that and have a supercar because they fucking deserved it and work and make the money enough to support it, that's awesome. And like, just being in that
100%,
position
bro.
is like the goal.
Honestly, man, it's just been maybe one of the biggest motivations for me is cars. I know it sounds super materialistic and stuff like that, but ever since a kid, cars have been the one thing pushing for me. I have like model cars sitting all around my setup right now, sitting on top of my monitors and shit like that. It's honestly just, bro, cars have just been a big part that it just makes me want to do more. And I know it sounds materialistic and shit like that, and no, I do not believe driving a car will get you more girls. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know.
Definitely
but I don't
does.
think it probably does, man. I'm not trying to sound materialistic or anything right now, man, but I don't think a car defines you as a person.
Right.
But I love cars. I love like just driving it, man, and that's just one thing for me. 100%.
I agree, bro. Shout out. I will make a quick shout out to someone that.
Go for it.
This person, I love him, but, switched up. But so this person, shout out to Anthony, but he did let me drive his Mercedes-Benz or C63 AMG or some shit. And like, that was one of the first supercars that I ever drove. Bro, I swear to God, when I got in that car, I was shaking, man. Like, shaking, bro. Like,
You feel like a different human.
I did not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I did
bro.
not want to crash this man's car. Like, I was like, holy
I hit
shit.
second gear in a parking lot, bro. I was shaking.
Dude, it's like the feeling you get when you're in there. It's like, because you could talk about it, right? We could talk about driving Lambos all day, and we're like, yeah. But when you
But the feeling,
that
bro.
Lambo, bro, it's
can't-
different.
Bro, honestly, unprofessional advice. Take everything how you want to take it. I don't recommend you doing this. It's purely bro, I don't even know how to word this, but don't take it my advice. It's what I did. It's fun, purely humorous. I drove the Ferrari. I think you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, I think renting a supercar, bro, honestly just opens your eyes and possibilities, and it gives you the best feeling and the best boost, right? It's like you hit this and then you realize in your head, shit, they just spent $250,000 on a car, bro. $250,000 ain't shit. He spent $250,000 on a car.
That's facts.
Like what kind of life is he living, bro? Like, what kind of house is this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It shows you that really like money ain't shit, man. Because honestly, like
100%,
he was
bro.
driving is a lot of money, like nothing, man. And to him, at least, you know. And that's just the crazy thing. And just being around people like that, dude. And that's another thing. If you're in a lower place and you know people that are in a better place than you, and you can at least talk to them or try to hang around them, do it, because like people in a better place will motivate you. At least if you're not jealous and an envious person. But I swear to God, when I'm around people that are in a better place than me, I get so motivated because I'm like, all right, if they're doing it, there's no reason that you can't. Because if someone can do something, like, bro, there's really no reason that you can't if you put in the hustle and the work. Like, if you know, like, and believe in yourself, like, there really is no reason you can't. Don't give up.
Best advice to end it off. I think I say this in every podcast. Don't give up. We're going to end it off here. Thank you, James, for joining me. This was officially the longest podcast I've ever done. Hour and a half, bro. This is crazy, bro. Thank you again for joining. I mean, even, bro, I don't even know where this podcast is going to go, bro, but we just built a friendship off of this podcast, man.
We're going to link up through, man, whenever I go back to Cali.
100%, bro. 100%. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to Journey to the Hills. I'm your host, Sean Morey, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.